everyone. Happy Thursday. Let's see what the Bible says today. It is, looks like Nahum 3:8. I'm not familiar with Nahum myself, but let's see what it says. Let's see. Oh, before I pull this up, okay, let me get this. 3:8. Oh yeah. There's a, you know, information about what's his name, Bruce Jenner getting changed into to a woman from a man, and like the world, that's all we're talking about. So it's already happened. Don't judge people. That's what I say. There was also a post yesterday, or the day before yesterday, and I posted it myself. It was giving props to Akon for giving water or something, giving solar energy to some place in Africa. So I reposted it. But at the bottom of it says that, and this is more important information than the Bruce Jenner science project, something like that. I don't usually read these things if it's lengthy. I just read the first part, and if I agree with it, then I just made a repost. And someone in the entertainment industry, Snoop Dogg, he did the same thing. I don't know if he read the whole thing or not, but he reposted the same picture that I posted, and probably everybody posted. But me, myself, I know it's possible that he didn't see the bottom part like I did, because that's what happened to me, because I'm not a judger. I say, if he's already had the sex change, of course I'm not encouraging somebody to go do it, but if he's already done it, then, you know, I don't see him as a hero for doing that. That's nothing like, going to the moon or solving cancer or anything. But it's just him, what he's doing. So that's his choice if he wants to be a woman or not. That's for God to relate to him about that. We just love him through it. Don't sit there and just throw judgments. You're a man and turn to a woman. You don't know what he's feeling inside or whatever. So don't be quick to just point fingers and say, oh, you're a science project or anything like that. It's not right to just try to classify anybody as any kind of way, no matter how they are. So just love people. That's the new commandment that Jesus said he left with us, to love people no matter how they are. Nobody's perfect. You have your own faults and flaws. So why just try to come and point your attention on somebody else's flaws just because they're a parent, they're outside of themselves, and you can see it easily. So that's the whole thing about that. Now I'm going to read Nahum 3:8, but first I'll read the whole area so we can get a good depiction on what's going on, because this is unfamiliar right now to me. It might become familiar as I read. So the subject is called Let the Nations Get Their Fill of the Ugly Truth. Doomed to murder city, full of lies, bursting with loot, addicted to violence. Horns blaring, wheels clattering, horses rearing, chariots lurching, horsemen galloping, brandishing swords and spears, dead bodies rotting in the street, corpses stacked with like cordwood, bodies in every gutter and alley, clogging every intersection, and whores without end, whore city, fatally seductive, you're the witch of seduction, luring nations to their ruin with your evil spells. I'm your enemy, whore, Nineveh, I, God of the angel armies. I'll strip you of your seductive silk robes and expose you on the world stage. I'll let the nations get their fill of the ugly truth of who you really are and have been all along. I'll pelt you with dog dung and place you on a pedestal, slut on exhibit. Everyone who sees you will gag and say, Nineveh's a pigsty. What on earth did we ever see in her? Who would give her a second look? Ugh. And the next chapter is Past the Point of No Return. Do you think you're superior to Egyptian Thebes, proudly invincible on the river Nile, protected by the great river, walled in by the river secure? Ethiopia stood guard to the south, Egypt to the north. Put and Libya, strong friends, were ready to step in and help. But you know what happened to her. The whole city was marched out to the refugee camp. Her baby smashed to death in public view of the streets. Her prize leaders auctioned off. Her celebrities put in chain gangs. Expect the same treatment, Nineveh. You'll soon be staggering like a bunch of drunks, wondering what hit you, looking for a place to sleep it off. All your forts are like peach trees, the lush peaches ripe, ready for the picking. One shake of the tree and they fall straight into hungry mouths. Face it, your warriors are wimps. Your sitting ducks. Your borders are gaping doors, inviting your enemies in. And who's to stop them? Store up water for the siege. Shore up your defenses. Get down to basics. Work the clay and make bricks. Sorry, too late. Enemy fire will burn you up. Swords will cut you to pieces. You'll be chewed up as if by locusts. Yes, as if by locusts, a fitting fate. For you yourselves are a locust plague. You've multiplied shops and shopkeepers, more buyers and sellers than stars in the sky. A plague of locusts cleaning out the neighborhood and then flying off. Your bureaucrats are locusts. Your brokers and bankers are locusts. Early on, they're all at your service, full of smiles and promises. But later, when you return with questions or complaints, you'll find you've flown off and are nowhere to be found. King of Assyria, your shepherd, your shepherd leaders in charge of caring for your people are busy doing everything else but. They're not doing their job, and your people are scattered and lost. There's no one to look after them. You're past the point of no return. Your wound is fatal. When the story of your fate gets out, the whole world will applaud and cry, Encore! Your cruel evil has seeped into every nook and cranny of the world. Everyone has felt it and suffered. Okay, so this whole section of Nahum 3 is sometimes throughout the Bible, God sends a warning through his prophets, his people, whoever he can find who it has an understanding of his things, then God talks to. And he sends them a message about the next thing he's going to do. So God's had his eye on this town, Nineveh, and he's saying that there's so much bad going on. I'm going to come and bring your destruction because that's your payment for all this sin that you've been doing. You've been a whore to everybody. Um, you just have presented yourself as a good place, but you're the one spreading evil. You're the one where the evil is originating. And I'm going to come shut that down. Now, Nineveh is also the place, if I'm correct, that Jonah was sent to. If you know the story of Jonah, it's about Jonah getting a message from God and Jonah not wanting to do what God said to do. Instead, he went and did his own thing. God wanted Jonah to go to the city of Nineveh and tell them, hey, you're acting up and I'm about to bring destruction. So turn around right now. This is a warning. Or if you don't turn around, then I'm going to have to go ahead with the destruction. And it's a coincidence. This obviously, I'm looking now the order of the books. Jonah was told to do that, to go spread the message to Nineveh before God destroys it. So at that time, Nineveh shaped up, but later on comes this chapter, Nahum, and obviously Nineveh turned back to their old ways because God is now saying there's no more chances. I'm about to send destruction into your area, and the word of the destruction is about to get around to other people in the world so they can know that you weren't who you appeared to be. You appear to be mighty, strong, etc. But you're the one causing all these problems in the world. It's starting from your area, and I'm going to shut that down. And everybody's going to applaud and say, Encore, congratulations. I'm glad that city's gone because they're the ones who's doing that to everybody. So that's the summary of it. That God will warn you beforehand before your destruction comes. He's a good God. So if you have a relationship with him and you develop that with him, then you are able to almost like get a foresight of what the future will be. So he gives you the information about what to do or not to do. And if you choose to do your own thing, then you're setting yourself up for destruction. Like I just said, before this book of Nahum, there was the book of Jonah. And in Jonah, God warned these people, turn away from your evil ways. And this is the story of Jonah is giving that message to do. He doesn't do it. He instead goes on a water trip on a boat, and the boat gets rocky, and everybody's wondering, what's going on? Why so bad weather? And they figure out it's because of Jonah, and God's mad at Jonah because he turned away from him and didn't spread the message to Nineveh. So he tells them, go on and throw me overboard, and you'll see that the weather calms down. The boat won't tip over. So they throw him overboard. He gets in the water. Big fish or whatever animal in the water swallows him whole. He sits in the fish's belly for 3 whole days, contemplating, regretting that he didn't do what God said, and then God freed him out of it. So that's a short summary of it. But he eventually went to Nineveh and told them about what God said to do. And later on comes this book, Nahum, where God's still angry at the place and said, you know what, I already gave you a chance to shape up. Now it's time to give you the payment for your sin. And this is what he got now. Let's go to the specific verse, which is Nahum 3:8, and we'll see exactly what it says. It says, do you think you're superior to Egyptian Thebes, proudly invincible on the river Nile, protected by the great river, walled in by the river secure? So God told his prophet to go share that information and ask them, what, do you think that you're like the greatest nation that nothing can ever destroy you? Sometimes we in ourselves, we can get so arrogant, like, oh, I'm just the best, or nothing can ever bring me down. But if you look through history, the best sometimes have been brought down, brought low. So it's good not to get arrogant in yourself and to be able to realize that you should be humble in yourself and walk around that, even if you are a high being or at a high status. Don't think that you're just all of that all the time, because God can show you that you can be brought low. So that is the summary of that. That's kind of the message we can take away from this chapter. And if there is nothing else that I can think of, then I'm done for the day. Have a blessed day, everyone, and talk to you later on. God willing.